What's happening, guys? Quinny here from Pucker Pickers. I'm at my card table. I'm just putting a little order together, actually, what's sold on eBay. So this one, sealed promo Koraidon from, as you can see, stamped there, Temporal Forces. It's nice. It's like an EX card with its hollow, still sealed. I never open these. Value probably a little bit more when it's sealed. This one sold for, I believe it was $8.95. I'll put up the eBay listing here so you can see the actual price plus postage. So we're going to get that one ready to send out. The next one was a bunch of Buddy Buddy Poffin cards. Now the reason I say bunch, when you play the actual TCG, you have a play set. This is 4 copies. You can't see that, but there's 4 copies of the card in there. Very playable card. People buy these to play the actual game. They sold for £6.01 plus postage. So we'll get them ready to send off as well. And I've just got to find one more card that sold, which will be hopefully in this binder here. So we'll have a look. We're looking for a reverse hollow of, I think she's called Poppy. I'll know it when I see it. Should be in here. All my cards that are listed for sale are either in this binder or one of these 2 binders, so we'll find it. These cards that are in here are literally all listed on my eBay. So I used to not put them in a binder, and then I'd have to go through like stacks of hundreds of cards to find the one card that had sold, and after a while it got a bit tedious. So I decided, when I list cards, I'll put them in a binder, and then it makes it, I mean, I still have to look through a lot of cards, but it's only turning a page until we find it. There's some old Pokemon stickers. Some of you might remember these. And there's all sorts of cards in here. You've got F1, Wrestling, Dragon Ball, Baseball, Pokemon, of course, Stumble Guys. And I believe that is the card that I'm looking for right there. Let's just double check. Yeah, that's the one right there. Poppy, reverse hollow, Obsidian Flames. So for £1.20 plus the postage, it's not a great, it's not a valuable card. Can be played, or people just collect them to fill up the binder. So we'll get her out and get her sent. Yeah, so these binders have been an absolute lifesaver to me. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of these binders filled with cards, and I've got 2 of these filled with cards that are all listed for sale at the minute. Each one holds about, if you put them to full capacity like this one, holds about 300 cards, but I found once it's really full, the zip gets a bit tight and it could be damage done on the corners, so I don't pack them as much now. I get about 200 in each one. So just to show you guys, with a lower end card, this is that Poppy one that's worth like £1.20. I make a backing, cardboard backing, and then masking tape it down each side. Both ends of these sleeves are sealed, so I can put tape here, put it onto a cardboard sleeve, if you like, what's going to fold over like this, and just secure it to that first with a few pieces of masking tape, like so. You get the gist, so it can't move inside there. Fold the cardboard over, put it in an envelope, bob your uncle, nice and safe until it gets to where it's going. So yeah, that's my finished product basically. Nice and secure in there. Get it in an envelope, off to the buyer. He'll be happy when he opens it up. If you look at my feedback on eBay, you'll see I've sold hundreds of cards, if not thousands, and all the feedback says the same thing, packed extremely well and happy basically. So that's what I aim to keep up. Let's keep it like that. Now for a more valuable pack, so this is 4 cards, so it's going to be a little bit thicker. What I'll do with this one is I've charged £1.55 for postage instead of 85p, so this will go in a padded envelope. So I'm going to put a bit of probably tissue paper around it, like 6, 7 wraps around, make sure it's nice and secure, and then put it in a bubble wrapped envelope, and that'll be fine. That'll get there. Now the one I wanted to show you was this one. This was like £9 plus postage or thereabouts. So this one gets a little bit of special treatment. So we have things called these, which is a card saver. So basically this is going to replace that cardboard what I strapped the other card to before. This card's going to get slid into here, and then this will get secured onto the cardboard envelope that I made, and it'll be inside there. And then there's no danger of this card getting damaged on the way to the buyer, and they'll be happy that you've took that little bit of extra care just to make sure that the card arrives nice and safe. So I'll get it inside and I'll show you what that looks like.
A few moments later.
So yep, that's it basically. That's inside there now, nice and secure. It's away from the edges, so if it does take a little knock to any of the corners, it won't affect the card. I will run a piece of tape from here just over the back there so it stays secure, but there's no need really. If I hold it upside down and shake it, it's not coming out. So yeah, just take that little extra bit of care, guys. They do cost what? They cost about, you can buy 1,000 of these for, I think it's like 20 quid or something, £25. So it costs you pennies really for these, you know. So people think, wow, it must be expensive to send trading cards out using them all the time, but not really. It's fine. And sometimes I buy cards off eBay as well, and people send them in these, so I get to reuse it. So yeah, not bad. Just thought I'd take this opportunity to show you a couple of cards that I've got in my collection as well. This one's just sat here. Azumarill, I think this one is. Japanese holo card. Pocket Monsters on the back. So you'll see this is an original from 1996. So it's an old card. One of the very vintage ones. It's in really good condition. Just sits in my collection. And then we'll move on to something a bit more modern. This is the main man, Charizard EX. You'll notice this language, if you're good at recognising letters, that is, this one is not Japanese, it's not Chinese, it's Korean. Decent card. It's worth probably about 20 quid, £25. The reason I say 20 to 25, people will pay a little bit extra if the card's like very nicely centered. It's obviously worth a bit more money, because if you sent it for grading, the chance of it getting a 10 is higher than if it's not so greatly centered. This one's actually really good centered. I'll probably keep hold of this, and I might submit it for grading when I send off my next card submission. And it's not just Pokemon cards that I collect, as you probably know. I collect all sorts of different cards. This one is the Mike Tyson card. A lot of you might know it, especially in the reselling world. If you find Question of Sport, the box with all the cards in, basically you're looking for, oops, just threw him across the floor, and that's why I keep them in. This one's called a top loader, so you can throw it around basically and it won't damage the card. You're looking for Mike Tyson in this set and Muhammad Ali. There is other cards that are worth money in here, but they're the main two big hitters, excuse the pun. But yeah, Mike Tyson. And if you look at this card, corners are sharp. Now, another thing you'll notice me say is don't be biased with your cards. So I'm not biased at all. This card, if you look, it's off center. It's thinner on the left side than it is on the right side, and top to bottom's okay, but left to right it is thinner, so it might not get a 10. It's very close, it's on the border. But if you go in with the mindset that this is going to get a 9, and then when you get it back it's a 10, that's a bonus. If you bias with your card and say no, this is going to get a 10, and then you get a 9 when it comes back, you're going to be disappointed. So always be true to yourself when you're looking at your cards. But you can probably see it as well. The left is a lot thinner than the right there. I believe PSA give you a 60-40 difference. Now to me that does look pretty much bang on 60-40, but I'm not a professional grader, so I don't know. We will send this off for grading and we'll see what the outcome is and what they think when we get it back. Just show you this one as well. Mew's my favourite Pokemon. Look at that gold shimmering through there. These are pretty cool. It's a metal card, so it is actually metal. Don't know if I can. No, I can't ding it, but you'd hear it ping if I held it up and went like that, flicked it. But anyway, yeah, it's metal. It's one of the only metal cards that Pokemon have actually made. I've got the Charizard, there's a Pikachu, and then this was the third one, the Mew. So from now on, every metal card that Pokemon ever makes, I'm going to have to collect, because I've got the first ones they've done. There are some cards. There is slight problems, not with mine's okay, but with these cards there is problems of the chipping, because basically I think the back's like enamelled. So they're hard to grade, and when they put them in the grading like slabs, obviously they get, is it called ultrasonic welding? So it shakes it really fast, and the chip, well, it was chipping when they was doing that, but I think they've overcome that now. They stopped grading them for a while. So if you get a 10 in these, not this particular one, in the Charizard and the Pikachu, they do command quite a big return. Yeah, so anyway, I've packed them 3 cards now. I'm going to get them ready to send out, obviously go to the post office. Let us know, guys, if you want to see any more cards in my collection. Let us know if you just strictly want to see Pokemon, if you want to see some football cards, F1 cards, Stumble Guy cards, whatever it is. Let us know in the comments. I'll get some together, even if you want to see just graded cards. And I'll do I might go live for you and show you some, or make a little video for you. So yeah, let us know in the comments down below. As always, if you like the video, leave us a thumbs up, helps out, gets the video shown to more people. And if you're new or not already subscribed to the channel, smash subscribe down there, and I'll see you on the next one.